My name is Raina McRae. I am an 8th grader ACSA. It is the month of November in the year 2017. The interview took place at the interviewee's home, 203 Fore and Aft, Icy View, Nome, Alaska, on November 7th. I interviewed Ian McRae about a climbing accident in 2013 that he and Andy Stearns were involved in.
That's Andy falling. So when the avalanche passes, the first thing I hear is Andy screaming, and I'm like, Andy's injured.
Andy Stearns is known for participating in many skiing and biking competitions. He moved to Alaska in the 1990s. Ian McRae grew up in California with 3 sisters. His interest in climbing grew when his parents would take him out on backpacking trips into mountain ranges near where he lived.
As a kid, I hated the fact that we took these odd vacations. So I took up climbing to alleviate the boredom, and then that was it. Suddenly, I didn't hate the trips to the mountains anymore.
On April 19, 2013, Ian McRae and Andy Stearns went on a climbing trip in the Kiglawake mountain range just outside of Nome, Alaska. During the trip, a life-changing incident occurred. McRae and Stearns set out their climbing trips on snow machines. McRae had no idea that something might happen. He was more concerned with other things.
I figured if there were to be an accident, it would happen on the snow machine on the way in there.
They set up to climb the mountain. During the climb, there was an avalanche.
I hear a sound up above. I'm like, oh God. So I hold on to these, I'm at these screws, and I just hold on to them with my mitten. I'm not tied to them. My rope is through the beaner, but I'm not fastened to the anchor. And this big old avalanche engulfs. I'm like in there, and it's just powering down on me, and I'm holding on to these screws, hoping it doesn't rip me and the screws, away from the mountain. I'm also hoping that, I'm just waiting for a rock in there. It's snow, and it's just going on me like a shower. And I'm like, if there's a rock in here, I'm just waiting for it. It's like, thud! I'm done. But it passes over, and I'm still there holding on to the screws. So, and this is the horrible part. In the middle of that, it lasted 30 seconds. And in the middle of the shower avalanche, I feel this tug on the rope, on my harness. This distinct tug. I'm like, there's something hitting the end of the rope. So, of course, I'm like, oh, that must be Andy.
When McRae reached the bottom, he immediately knew something was wrong. It turns out Stearns had broken both his legs. McRae spent several hours trying to get a 911 signal through his spot device. The signal made it through, and Stearns was flown out to a hospital in Anchorage, Alaska. Soon after, he fell into a coma that lasted for about 9 days. He recovered quickly and is now back on his feet, participating in running marathons and more. Thank you to Ian McRae for participating in this interview.